Hi everyone, we are Group 2. My name is Chun Yu with metric number BC251298.
Hi everyone, my name is Chun Yu and my matrix number is BC251205.
Hi everyone, my name is Juliana Anisha Haizi. My metric number is BC250306.
Hi everyone, my name is Fiorentina Gallius. My metric number is BC252687.
Hi everyone, my name is Siti Fatimah Ismail and my metric number is BC250736.
Today, we are going to present our study on the environmental risk of Sungai Kim Kim. Sungai Kim Kim is a 15-kilometer river in Pasir Gudang, Johor, located near many industrial areas. Because of this, it faces high risk of pollution, especially from improper industrial waste disposal. Although it is not a large river, it supports the daily lives and livelihoods of nearby residents. However, a close human-environmental interaction also makes the river highly vulnerable to degradation and pollution. To understand the significance, we look at the major pollution incident on 7 March 2019. Illegal chemical waste dumped in the river released toxic fumes, affecting around 6,000 residents. A total of 2,775 mainly students are hospitalized and 110 schools are forced to close. This event shows how one pollution incident can disrupt health, education, and the entire community. It also highlighted the consequences of poor industrial waste management and the weak enforcement. Next, our project has 4 key objectives. First, audits environmental risk of Sungai Kim Kim using virtual tools. Second, propose strategies to prevent future pollution incidents. And the third, supports SDG 6.6 protecting and restoring water-related ecosystem. And the fourth, which is emphasize the river's roles in linking the hydrosphere and lithosphere for sustainable environmental management. With that, I will pass the presentations to my team member for the next topic.
Okay, so here is the overall methodology method used in this research. We focus on Sungai Kim Kim and our study involved 3 main methods. Understanding the study area, doing field observation, and analyzing secondary data. This method helps us to get a complete picture of the pollution issues. The first method I use is study area. This study takes place in Sungai Kim Kim, which is located in very industrial area because there are many factories and the area is suitable for studying water contamination and environmental risk. Previous incident involving the release of methyl carbapenem affected students because the school are close to the industrial zone. Out of 257 chemical factories, and 3 are believed to be the main sources of the toxic gas. The 3 factories are within 3 kilometers from the school. Abnormal gas were also detected in the surrounding air, showing that the pollution wasn't only in the river but also in the atmosphere. The second methodology that we use is field observation. For field observation, 3 locations along Sungai Kim Kim were selected. We used the available photos and report and visual report to observe how the river looked. Okay, we focus on the color and the smell of the water and the turbidity and the industrial discharge. Whether there was floating waste or any evidence industrial discharge, this observation help us visually understand the river's actual condition. And the last one, we use the data analysis. For data analysis, we collect information from the government reports, environmental agencies, past studies, and news articles about Sungai Kim Kim incident. This data help us understand the history of the contamination and the industrial activity around the river. We then use the water quality index, which is based on 6 parameters: DO, BOD, COD, TSS, and the pH. According to Malaysia standard, river are classified from class 1, meaning class 1 are very clean, and to class 5, which is the worst. And the Sungai Kim Kim is on the class 4. This classification determines the severity of the pollution. So that's all from me. I will pass it to our next member to explain more.
Alright, thank you, Fadia. I explain the Kim Kim River incident based on the 4 main points, which is first, chemical impact from industry. About 2.43 tons of toxic waste were dumped into the river. And as we know, since Pasir Gudang is full of factories, the area is already risky the chemical like benzene and acrylonitrile turn into gas, and around 975 students breathed it in. And many of them had breathing problems like coughing, nausea, and sore throat. The gases were heavy, so they settled in low area like classroom, making the exposure worse. Next, land and urban development. As we know, Pasir Gudang grew very fast because of factory or industry. But because of this rapid development, a lot of land was cleared and natural buffer were removed. But factory and houses are very close to each other. So untreated waste from industry and domestic area easily flow into the river. And this made the community more vulnerable to incidents like this. Third, river sediment and erosion issue. Studies show that the river had high level of heavy metal like copper and zinc even before the incident of Kim Kim River. So this means the river has been polluted for years from industrial waste, domestic waste, and soil erosion. The river basically act like a storage for pollutant. So when the dumping happened, the impact was worse because the river was already unhealthy. And lastly, toxic air release and health crisis. When the waste was dumped on March 6 and 7, the chemical quickly spread through the air. People smell a strong, sharp chemical odor. And when symptoms started, more than 2,000 people were affected. School had to close and over 140 waiting needed hospital care. So in short, I conclude that the Kim Kim River incident happened because of long-term pollution problem combined with illegal dumping, and it led to major health crisis in Pasir Gudang. I think that's all from me, and I pass to my next partner, Tan.
Okay, so according to our result, our group had 3 discussions. The first is about the hydrosphere. Firstly, the Kim Kim River as the water source, especially for the local economic activities. When the release of the industrial waste, it will cause the ecosystem destruction, especially the ecosystem. Besides that, it also will cause a serious health problem for residents who live nearby. So in this hydrosphere copy, we know that the importance of green river or the green water in the hydrosphere is very important for life and also for a safe environment. The second topic that we discussed is about the lithosphere. Lithosphere is actually a very important role because it also includes the land around river. The soil that contain the polluted water absorbed by crops and also will cause the appearance of contaminated food and reduce food security. Therefore, actually here we got some conclusion is the connection of the hydrosphere and lithosphere. So the Kim Kim River case already showed that the hydrosphere and lithosphere are connected. Either one is damaged, another one will also affect. So therefore, a good environment management need proper waste control and also careful land to protecting both sphere. So we need to keep the environment safe for people and also other living things. So according to our result, we have discussed one solution, which is river sediment remediation. Okay, so in Kim Kim River case, we suggest that bioremediation is the best way, is the most effective method to solve the Kim Kim River problem. Okay, so bioremediation, we can divide into bioremediation and also phytoremediation. Okay, so those 2 methods, we will mainly focus on SDG 6.6, which is protecting and restoring water-related ecosystem. Okay, so that's all for our discussion. Now our next member will discuss our conclusion. Thank you.
I will now conclude our overall findings. First, the problem statement. The study highlighted serious environmental hazard caused by the toxic spill. It has also affected human health and damaged the ecosystem. Our virtual audit aimed to identify visible threats and suggest sustainable solution based on SDG 6.6. Next, key findings. We found that 2.43 tons of hazardous waste were dumped illegally. This released toxic chemicals like benzene and toluene. This incident affected 975 school children and forced 101 schools to close. Long-term industrial activity, rapid urbanization, and enforcement also worsened the river condition. We also noted that hydrology and lithosphere system are strongly connected. They are polluting one affect the other. For the implication, these results show that we urgently need stronger environmental governance, better regulation, monitoring, and enforcement are necessary to protect communities and ensure healthier river system. The limitation, our study relied on secondary data instead of direct field measurements, so we could not confirm real-time water quality or exact contamination level. For our future work, upcoming studies should include field sampling, hydrological monitoring, and sediment testing. Community involvement and long monitoring program are also important. To conclude, this audit showed the importance of science-based and community-supported action to restore the Kim Kim River. Strengthening environmental government is essential for a healthier ecosystem and safer future. Thank you.
That's all of our recording, and thank you for watching. Bye.